Hello and good evening, everybody. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're well. Thank you for joining me. It is going to be a quiet night tonight, I think. Why do I think that? Because we have got the manufacturers tomorrow, and I expect the people will be off practicing. And there's a little bit of manufacturers in my plan this evening, actually, if I tell the truth. But we'll come to that in just a moment. I can see that Gamer Dan and Greg have both joined us. Thank you so much. And Dan is enjoying the thumbnail. A little bit different. Normally I just go with AI generated thumbnails, but given what we had going on last night with Ollie and Dan and their little gauntlet, I thought that I would just try something a little bit different today, and quite pleased with the way it came out, actually. In fact, we're going to be revisiting that today. If Ollie is around early enough, we will have to see. As far as I am concerned, a little bit of a different night for me tonight, because I've got 5 races lined up. We've got the Mazda around Brands Hatch as a warm-up, which I'm hoping to be doing. Then we've got Mount Panorama and the GR3s, an opportunity for Dan to run that race before he gets too tired with obviously his ear issue, to see if he can retain the crown from Ollie, if Ollie's around. No guarantees that it will be, of course. And then we're staying in the GR3 for the rest of the evening, actually, with Yamigawa, for a race around there. I'm probably going to be commentating Mount Panorama and Yamigawa, because my back is aching a little bit today. I'm not going to lie, and I'd like to try and do the Deep Forest Raceway, which will be a little bit of an exploration for tomorrow, which is the Manufacturers Cup, which I'm hoping to do. Whether I will be able to do it or not, I do not know. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But we've got that for race number 4 this evening. That is 10 laps around Deep Forest Raceway. The race tomorrow, full distance, is 20, which is quite some considerable way. And then, just because I announced the 4 before I decided to do the Deep Forest one, I'd already announced Sardegna, so I've let that one slide in there as well. So potentially 5 races this evening, which means we've got a fairly tight schedule, especially if we're going to be doing qualifiers. So I'm going to try and keep to the schedule as quickly as I can this evening. So just a very quick couple of minutes between the race and the qualifiers for each of these, kicking off at 10 past the hour to start off with, and we'll just see how we go. So we've already got a few people in. We've got 7 people in at the moment. Let's just have a little look and see who we've got. So we've got Gamer Dan. He is in the purple and silver car, the monster car. Quite a few of his cars are in this livery, as per the thumbnail. He's just got Gamer Dan on the front of this one. Sometimes he has Topless Club or a reference to racing without a shirt, but yeah, he's in the PSR Racing Team purple and silver car. Drak Fury is in the car that I believe this is a livery that I think came about for Jack Kobe, if I'm not mistaken. Silver, pink and black. It's a really striking livery, very nice livery, and I do like that one when it comes out. True Force Mazda there. So Drak Fury has joined us. Greg White is in the pits at the moment with a lime green pink car. Borky is also in the pits at the moment with a lime green and blue car. Number 1 Pops is in the pits in a police car. He's just about to go out. We'll check out that one in a moment. Borky, we just looked at. I'm in my blue, red, white, blue, black car. And then we're back to Gamer Dan. There's number 1 Pops. He's in the police car. So he's going to be chasing down anybody that is being a little bit out of order, shall we say, today. I don't know whether he's got lights and sirens on that car, but we will have to see. He's from the Essex Constabulary, and I bet he's going to put his police driver training to good use this evening, and see how he can do. So we're going with the full track around Brands. Borky there, you can see he's in the lime green and blue car, and I'm in the pits at the moment, as is Greg. And it was great to see a few people helping each other last night. I know that Holkey jumped out and spectated a couple of races last night. He was helping a couple of people on the track, which was great to see. I always love to see that. And let me just put the camera over so you can get a better view. I can see the Borky and number one Pops have both joined. Number one, you're always welcome to come and race. You're a registered racer, aren't you? Why would you not be able to race? I've got you down as a registered racer. I'm going to have to double check now. Let me just pull up my spreadsheet, because you got me all of a wondering now, all of a wondery, all of a quandary. Let me just have a little look. Number one Pops. I want the YouTube name. Yeah. Yep. You're all good. Thought you were. I'm a bit confused now. I'm very confused myself. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, so we've just got a few minutes. So let's get out on track. And where are we? Oh, Wheels is in. Wheels has joined us. He's in the Renown car, orange and green. And let's just come out of there. We go to track, and we'll see how we go. So I'm hoping to do this one as a warm-up, and then we'll be commentating a couple, and then I'm looking forward to doing the Deep Forest Raceway one. Not quite sure how I'm going to do in that race tomorrow. Woefully unprepared. I was hoping to do a few laps today, but unfortunately it didn't happen. We got a little bit busy, which is always good. So we might have to just jump into that one tomorrow and see what we can do. Weirdly, I love this in the GR4s. GR3s I'm okay, but I really struggle in the Mazda around here, and I never quite understand why. I never quite get the balance of the Mazda compared to the GR cars. So a few of the guys really quick around here in this car. Oh, we're off on the grass and we're going to go around. We usually go through there in third. We tried fourth, and just carried a bit too much speed and couldn't hold it. Oh, I tell you what, the grass must be wet. We are sliding around all over the place. Strap Fury goes through. This car all over the shop. Right, we are just coming on 8 minutes past. I did say we were going to get going on time tonight, so just under 2 minutes, and we will be going racing. At the moment, it's Dan who has set the pace at the moment, a 1:32.2. Once again, we're braking traction. A few people in the pits at the moment. I have opted for the racing soft tyres for this one. We do tend to bounce around with racing soft and sports soft tyres on this car. I think sometimes it's easier to drive on the sports tyres than the racing ones, even though one would imagine the racing tyres would be more sticky. Key thing is to try and just with the speed through these corners without getting out too wide. Again, this one getting a bit too wide there. So normally I would do drop down into third gear, so I may well drop down into third for the rotation and then back up in to fourth. Although when I do watch the A+ races, often they're going through their in fourth gear to carry the speed through the corner. I tend to find when I do that, I invariably end up on the grass or the back end coming around. So I'm going to err on the side of caution. But anyway, we're going to be getting going. We've got Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, myself, Drat Fury, Borky, and number one. We haven't got Ollie in at the moment. Hopefully he will be able to join us between now and when we do the Mount Panorama race. If not, we won't have the gauntlet, and Gamer Dan will have his opportunity to retain his crown. Well, not retain, regain is the word I'm looking for. There's a subtle difference between retain and regain. That was terrible. I do feel like I'm losing my way a little bit with Gran Turismo at the minute, and where there's a lot of people that are getting quicker, I seem to be getting a little bit more, a little slower, and I think some of it is I'm braking too late into the corners, which is not helping because I had to recalibrate my brake pedal temporarily. But I'm braking a little bit too late and then not getting on the power quick enough for the straights. So what I need to be doing is braking and then on the power on the apexes. To carry that speed down the straights a little bit more. So I've been watching. But watching and trying to apply two very different things. Too deep there, and we're going to go way round. Oh, when I've got my brake pedal back to how I normally have it. At the moment it feels very wishy-washy. So 1:32.0 for Gamer Dan, or number one just goes second. Number one's really on it lately. Really going well. I say that, you just put it off onto the grass like I did. Just got a big old slide through there. When you got those tyres sliding like that, you know that you're just giving away time constantly. Accelerate there, just coming off the brakes. Oh, I've got some homework to do, because Koya's had a couple of evenings with us. Whoa. Oh. Unfortunately, Okay, where are we? Oh. Right, let's get back out. I won't manage to, I won't get around. So we'll just have to let the time tick down, I'm afraid. So we are going to be starting right at the back of the grid. Dan, it looks like Dan was out front, I think, if that is anything to go by. Maybe not, we'll have a little look. At the moment, it's Gamer Dan, Wills, number 1, Gr.x, Greg, Borky and me. We'll have to see how we go. Drak Fury's just set at 1:33.097, and I am way off the pace at the moment. We'll have to see how we do. It's always difficult having to apply the rules, but we do need people to register. So what I tend to do is when somebody just joins us for the first time, I let them race for the first time to see how we race and whether they want to continue racing. And then I make a note of them in the spreadsheet. And if they then come back for the nights, then it's a case of we do need people to register with us. So at the moment, it's Gamer Dan, Wills Racing, Drak Fury, number 1, Greg White, Borky and me. Right, let's get this one underway and see what we can do. Gonna have to work hard with this one. I'm just using this as a bit of a warm-up for the moment. Radar's on, handbrakes on, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we will be racing at Brands Hatch in the sunshine. Got a reasonable start. Just watching for where the guys in front hit that brake pedal. Oh, we've got a bit of a car flying off to the side there. Not quite sure what all that was about. Oh, I'm going to get mugged into this one. On either side of me. This car just does not want to grip in the corners. It just seems to want to slide. Greg is going to cane me now. Looks like Borky's got the same problem as me, where the back end of that car just wants to grip and kill. Drak also struggling with the back end of the car. So it's a little bit different on this, on these racing tyres. Seems to be catching a few of us out. And number 1 up front at the moment. So quite a few people getting caught out. Now opening lap. No such drama for the 2 guys up front. The 1 right on the back of Gamer Dan at the moment. Oh, we're in the gravel. Don't go around. Oh no. It was an unforced error on my part. Here comes Wills. Right. This little Mazda catching a lot of people out. It's almost a case of get the braking done early. Then get it turned in on the power. Oh, Will's getting a back end really loose again on his car. Porky with a big snap again. As always with me, it takes me a couple of laps to get settled in, and by the time we've got settled in, the race is over. Porky on the outside. I'm going to have to brake early for this one. Whoa! Deep into... That's the brake pedal catching me out there. Where's Wills? Let's just wait for Wills to get back on track. Gr.x there. So 3 laps to run. Quite the battle going out front. Dan and number 1 Pops out the front at the moment. Let's just get the braking done before the corner. Get it turned in on the power because we can. Once again, go all over the shop. Porky's off. Greg's behind me. Not sure. Oh, Porky's a bit further back at the moment. Will's running away in front at the moment. Greg's dropped back to race with Porky. I'm trying to catch Wills at the moment. He's 4 seconds down the road though. Oh no. Once again, as soon as those tyres gripped, we were off. Watching the mirror now for the other guys coming around, because they're going to be coming around pretty quickly. There's one finished already. Not a good one. Only a warm-up, and then we'll do a couple of commentaries, and I'm just trying to save myself for the big one, which is going to be the third race that we are going to do, and that is going to be a Deep Forest 10 lapper with tyre and fuel in the mix. Going to be interesting, that one, to see how that goes. But yeah, not good, that one, for me. Just save this away, and then we'll have a look and see what people have done. I might see how many people we've got in the Mount Panorama one, and if we've only got a few races, then I might run it and just see how far into the race I can go. But Gamer Dan was your winner there with a 1:31.588. Being chased by number one Pops, nearly 7 seconds further back. He got a 1:32.977. So Dan way out front with that one, and number one Pops way out front of Gr.x, who's another sort of just over 3 seconds behind number one in third with a 1:33.584. And then right the way further back, Wheels Racing in fourth, me fifth, Greg White sixth, waiting for Borky in seventh. And we were quite some way off the pace, but Dan, number one, and Gr.x definitely showing the way in that particular one. Right, let's just load up Mount Panorama, and we're doing 5 laps around here, and yeah, we'll see how we go. GR3s for this car, for this track, and do I give it a go? Do I give it a go? I'd like to, because if I've got to do 20 laps tomorrow at Deep Forest, I do need to make sure that my back is going to hold out and I can just keep comfortable for that amount of time. And if it isn't, then I'll know not to even try. But we'll see how we go. As I suspected, everything's a bit... Oh, Jack Kobe's jumped in. Oh, come on, we're going to have to do this one now then, aren't we? We're going to have to give this a whirl. Car, it's gonna have to be the BMW, I think. We're on the racing soft. Let's give this one a go. I was going to sit out on this one, but I'll give it a go. And I'm going to do the qualifier at I'm going to go at 33 for this one, just to give a few people a chance to go. Dan says, you like Pan, and besides, I need some competition. I do like Panorama. I love this track. I really do. But I prefer it in the GR4s. I must admit, I do prefer it in the GR4s. Right, let's just get out on track to see what we can do. I have got the next race to just to relax in. Yeah, Jack Kobe says, been a while, fellas. It certainly has. Good to see you on track, my friend. Dan's got some competition now. I suspect that Greg is potentially going to be stepping into the fray as well and going for it. So could be an interesting one up front. Dan, Jack, number one, Greg. Quiet today, day to day on the stream and also in the lobby. I suspect people are looking at the manufacturer series and getting some practice in for tomorrow. A few people have been asking me about daily races and whether I've given up on them again. No, I haven't given up on them. Absolutely not. I just need to get my back repaired and sorted out, and then we will be getting into those good and proper. So at the moment, I'm just waiting for the bruising to go down from the lumbar puncture that I had. The dural tear is going to take some time to fix, but I'm not carrying any heavy weights or putting any stress on my spine while I'm sitting doing this, so that's all good. At the moment, huffing and puffing is basically as of the I just feel like I've been kicked in my lower back at the moment. But once I get all that sorted out, I will get back into the dailies, I promise. I'm hoping that could be next week. I really do. Right, we're going to be going in a moment. So we got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, me, Jack Fury, Borky, and number one. Is number one going to... I suspect number one might be sitting out on this one, because it's GR. Mind you, we're doing GR3s for the rest of the night now, unfortunately. But I suspect he's going to be sitting out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this one underway, and we'll see how we go. So basically, it's a 5-minute quali. It's a long lap, this one. So it's an out lap and one, maybe two flying laps. And we'll see how we go. I think Jack Kobe's gone for the Supra, if I am not mistaken. We will have to see. But let's just see what we can do. Just got to try and get this this soft brake pedal sorted out. As you can get used to it. I've set it soft so that I'm not depressing the brake pedal as hard as I normally do. Get round. Strategically done, so we've now got the king of the hill in front. We can use as a ghost car and a slip. Yeah, believe me if you want. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Be a bit careful on these curbs. Right, this is the one that matters. Too deep into there. Warm it. I think I'm going to need to get around for another run at this. Too many mistakes so far. Oh, way. That was way wrong. We're going to be doing the penalty this time, so let's get round and see if we can get another one in. Oh, I think Jack's actually gone for the Lexus. I'm mistaken. Right, let's see what we can do. Can we get this around in the time available? Dan with the fastest lap at the moment. Jack Kobe chasing Jack Fury. Full stop there. Just a little bit more cautious through there. Didn't want to repeat the last lap. A bit slow out of there. You can see that Gr.x and Jack both running away from me at the moment. Go side by side into the bottom here. It's too slow. Way too slow. We're in third, but 1.4 seconds off of Dan, who is 0.3 ahead of Jack Kobe. Ooh, gonna be interesting. The big question is, can I manage 5 laps around here? We will have to see. We will have to see. Gamer Dan saying Jack is rusty. I tell you what, he won't be rusty for long. Muncha! Hi Mitch and chat, just came across your channel as I'm new into sim racing. I was wondering if you cater for beginners. I'm DS in rating due to daily race carnage. We do allow beginners. Check us out in, well, you've already said hello. Drop me a note in PSN and I will let you know. Dowie Motorsport, good evening as well. And if I just do a shift and a Discord, then I think that will bring up, if you come and find us in the Discord, my friend, and then you'll need to be you need to register to race with us, and you will also need to just accept our racing rules and regulations, well, basically the rules, which are nothing exciting, and then you'll be more than happy to come and race with us and learn to race respectfully, and hopefully you'll get to love lobby racing, online racing, real racing, because the daily races are carnage and I'm constantly getting beaten up in those. But I'm going to go quiet here because I've got two very quick guys in front, I've got two very quick guys behind me, and you can already see that that Beetle is already got a great run already. I could be very quiet in this one. I'm usually quiet for my lobbies. Oh, got into the wall there, just crumbs, that was awful. So we were doing okay, and then we've just got shuffled to the back with a tap on the wall. Another tap on the wall there. Let's just try and get back into this one. I think that was dirty air. That car just did not want to turn into that corner. Once again, just not wanting to turn when I'm tucked up behind people. Wheels has got the better run off the corner. He is going to get the corner just up ahead. Full match, not a problem. If you've got any questions, just throw them out. The guys will either help you in the YouTube chat or hit me up in the Discord and we'll help you out. Oh. Still just struggling to get the power down. Through there. Get out the wall, Mitchell. Oh no, hit the wall there. Big time. We're all over the shop. Another hit. Damage on the front. Yours with a better exit out of there. Ugh. Oh, our wheels got it wrong. That's freed us up to go after Drag Fury. That's 4 seconds down the road. Yeah, Discord is very much central to everything that we do now. Now he's just talking about the real racing that he's doing. 8 weeks it looks like until he's off. Can't quite read that just yet. 8 weeks to go before our first meeting for secured one of the sponsors. Yesterday, he's so buzzing today. It's all coming together. That's brilliant news. Fantastic news, Greg. I did try and find your website but struggled. So I'm going to be eager to watch your progress when you get going. Whoa, we'll get around here. Come on, let's get racing. Not worrying about the chat. He's 4.5 seconds ahead at the moment. Going quicker. Drag very, very, very good in that Beetle. I think he's going away. We've got Gamer Dan and Jack Kobe out front. Gamer Dan, I think, I don't know, are they both together? Dan and Jack. Oh no, Jack's just jumped in front, so they are racing each other both together. We can just see them going across the top of the screen there. Got Borky chasing me down behind with Greg. I think I'm going to need Drac to make a mistake for me to catch him. He's 5 seconds ahead now and pulling away. Nine and a half seconds off the leaders. We've got 2 laps to run. 2 seconds to Greg behind. See the Drag Fury in that Beetle is pulling away from me all the time at the moment. 5.7, 5.8, could have been 5.9, 6, been away all of the time. Looks like 1/10 of a second just about every second. I'm losing. Oh, hit on the wall there, that's not going to help. Greg, half a second behind now. He's reeled me in really massively. And he's going to have a slipstream. Huge slipstream. I might have to move this brake pedal back to where it normally is. It's proving very, very difficult to manage at the moment. try it on full stiffness tomorrow. Right, mister, no going behind my chair tonight. Don't want you getting your leg caught again, like you did last night. I'll turn the fan on in a minute. He does like the fan on, it cools him down in here. Oh, again, just coming off the brake too much. Oh, Greg into the grass there. Whoa, let's just get this fan on. New coats. Oh. Well, we managed to get a fourth. I think that was with a little bit of help from Greg there. Oh, 2-car team by the end of the year for Dowie would be good. Ooh, that would be fun. I'm looking forward to following. And he says, don't know how not found the website because it's up and running. Just got finished, but I just imagined the garden. I'll have to have another look. We'll have to have a nose. Right, so Jack Kobe's back. And let's just dive in and share the replay. As we always do. Just in case of any stewards' inquiries required. Hopefully there aren't. Jack Kobe saying, love that, Dan. That race back, and that happens. Great fun. Ooh, who won? Who won? I didn't see. I didn't see. Where I got result is what I'm after. Gamer Dan a 203.558 and Jack Kobe with a 203.570. But Gamer Dan did get the fastest lap and he did get the win by 0.07 of a second. Really, really close on the line between Gamer Dan and Jack Kobe. But Gamer Dan does get his King of the Hill crown back. And Drake Fury in third with a 204.113. I managed to get fourth, but I think Greg was being kind in fifth. Borky sixth. Wills in seventh. Your top three, Gamer Dan, Jack Kobe, and Drake Fury. Right, I am going to be commentating this one. I need to give my back a bit of a break. And I'm going to get the qualifier underway at 57 for this one, I think. So just give the guys a couple of minutes to get themselves sorted out. I'm going to commentate this one, and then we're going to be doing the Deep Forest Raceway race, which is a 10-lapper with strategy, which will be the warm-up for tomorrow, just to see how things go. Double the distance tomorrow, we will have to see. Jack Kobe saying, you did good to close me off, Dan, on that last chicane. And Dan also saying, so close for the fastest lap too. And Drake Fury saying, only search on Dowie gives an Australian guy. Yeah, I was struggling with that one. So I'm going to go at Dowie. Please share your I'm going to ask him to share his website address. Let's just close the door. I'm just letting Jack Coby, I'm just letting him know that Greg is real life racer, because Jack Coby does a bit of real world racing, has done real world racing, and he's got himself a new car as well, for obviously the track days and stuff like that. So I don't know whether Jack does know that Dowie does that, but let's see if Greg shares the website address, and then we'll jump on there and see what we can do with that. So we're going to be going racing in just under a minute. We've got Gamer Dan, he's going to be in the Beetle again, no surprise there. Wills has gone for the Audi, the orange and blue Skechers car. Jack Coby in that silver and pink car, the livery that becoming synonymous with Jack Coby at the moment, going well. I think he's gone for the Ferrari. And Rasta Rick, I need to put Rasta Rick in, because has Rasta Rick the taster? I'm not sure that he does. Let me just put Rasta Rick in there. So he's done the 20th of January 26th, and I'll just need to just do a little bit of housekeeping here. I don't know whether Rasta has said hello in YouTube chat. We'll find out in just a moment. But I've got Rasta Rick is in for a... Oh, right, yeah. Oh, you've not focused fully on it. Sorry, I thought it was up. Yeah, I couldn't, when I was looking, I couldn't find it. I did look. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't find it. Let us know the URL, Greg, can you? Okay. Right, where are we? So let's get this one underway. We're going to start the qualifying. So we've got Jack Coby, Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, Drak Fury, Borky, Rasta Rick, Number One Pops, and me as a spectator for this one. So we're just going to start the qualifying. Let's just go and have a look and see how we're doing. Let's put some details on. Like I said, I'm just going to sit out on this one just to rest my back for a bit, and hoping to do the next one. just waiting for the website to come in and then we'll give that a go. So I do love Kyoto. I'm disappointed that I'm not actually running this race. It's one of my favourite tracks. I do enjoy very much, and looking forward to getting back to full fitness so that we'll be able to run these all the time. But I want to try and do the next one to see if there's any chance that I can race tomorrow. I think I'm going to need to try and put my brake pedal back to where it is normally, because I am really struggling to get the feel for the brake pedal where it is at the moment. At the moment I've got my brake pedal set to 60%, so when I'm pushing the brake pedal to 60%, it's actually 100% registered, and I'm just not getting the feeling. The muscle memory is just not there at the moment, and I'm either braking too early or too late, and overshooting, undershooting, all sorts of things. It's very strange how when you change the pedals, how it does affect the muscle memory. No excuses. I need to still get to grips with it, but if I'm going to do the manufacturers tomorrow, then I think that's something I ought to try and just get to grips with. We shall see. And Jack Kobe there just asking which championship, and Jack Kobe's so Darry's going to be competing in a couple, but we are running our own team in the Coupe Cup to get off the ground. So put website address in here. Any luck? I haven't seen it, Greg. Haven't seen it yet. Hopefully he'll copy that in, and then we'll be able to have a look at that. Right, so we've got Greg White in this one and Gamer Dan. Gamer Dan is still in the VW Beetle. Wills is in the Audi. Drak Fury. Oh, Drak Fury's got a half-second penalty. He's in the Mazda. And we got Kobe is in the Ferrari. The Ferrari is the car that I'm going to be racing in the Hulky series, which I think is starting next week. Whether I'm going to be well enough to race in that, I'm not sure. My teammate is also not well also at the moment. We're both trying to get ourselves recovered and back to full health, so hopefully we'll be able to run next week. If not, we're going to be a little bit on the back foot. But Rasterick also in the Ferrari as well. Greg is in that Suzuki. Not often we see the Suzuki out. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Again, Drak Fury in the Mazda. Will be interested to see how he goes with that one. I think we just saw Borky in the VW just taking a little bit of a shortcut across the grass. Number one Pops sporting the Outlaw name on his car as well. He's in the BMW M6, but at the moment it is Dan that is leading the way with a 1:35.7 at the moment. Jack Kobe in the pits at the moment, looking like he's wanting to start this one at the back of the field. Wheels Racing only 0.243 off the pace here. He's done a 1:35.995, and then Rasterick in third with a 1:36.8, and then Borky fourth at the moment. Greg White a 1:43.201. I suspect that he is sandbagging at the moment. Either that or the Suzuki. Definitely not a good car around here, but I would suspect that he is sandbagging around here at the moment. Drak Fury with a 1:49. I would have thought Drak would have been going a little bit quicker in the Mazda. So let's just see if there was I think he might have had a penalty in the last one. So let's see what Drak is doing in this one and see if he can close up a little bit more. We'll see how he goes. Our number one Pops just cannot click with the GR3s. Unfortunately, I've gone for a GR3 night tonight. Number one, how do you fancy doing a GR4 race? GR4 night tomorrow? How about that? Yeah, let's see. Number one, hit me up in the Discord. GR4, pick 4 tracks, and we'll run those tomorrow. We'll run them tomorrow. You let me know which 4 tracks you'd like to do, and we'll do them. So Drak Fury did get himself up, much better time, a 1:36.8, got himself up into 5th place. So that's a little bit more like what I would have expected from Mr. Fury. Borky with a 137.396 in the Rat Dog Racing VW Beetle. There's quite a few people favouring the Beetle at the moment. It's a good GR3 car at the minute. We've got Gamer Dan is in it. I'm surprised that Gr.x Fury has gone for the Mazda. Normally Gr.x is a Beetle man. So he's obviously trying to try something a little bit different at the moment. It's quite a stunning looking car, that Mazda, I have to say. It does look the business. And it'd be interesting to see how Jack Kobe goes in the Ferrari. I'm not sure how that one is going to fare around here, but we'll see how we go. So we'll just do, just while they're doing that, I'm just going to go into Google and see if I can find still can't find it. I think it's under a different name. I'll have to come back to that in a minute. Right, I'll worry about that later on. We'll worry about that later on, because we are about to go racing at Yamigawa. We've just got somebody joining us for the moment. Unfortunately, they are a little bit late to the party. Barry Art just jumped in there. Let's start this one, and we'll see how we go. So it's Gamer Dan, Greg White, Wheels Racing, Gr.x Fury, Borky, Jack Kobe, number one Pops. Oh, hopefully number one Pops is racing this. Not, I thought he was going to be sitting this one out. Hopefully his fingers crossed, because I do love it when number one races. And Jack Kobe starting at the back, and I would imagine he is going to be trying to come through from the back of the pack. So let's just get some replay information on, and then we're going to be going. We are 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are going to be racing at Yamigawa in the beautiful sunshine. It is blazing down, as we can see Jack Fury getting a lovely start off the line. Actually, Jack Fury up into 4th place already. Lovely start in the Mazda. Is taking the wide line around the outside. It's going to just drop him back down to 5th place for the moment, as Borky managed to find his way through. Or side by side through there. Oh, really hard to get through there side by side, and Will's just all over the grass. Unfortunately, Will's just getting roughed up a little bit on the grass in the Audi, and coming off worst in that a little bit. So Borky just giving Jack Kobe a little bit of a nudge there, saying, come on, I've got a fast charging Wheels behind me. Shift on, mate. I need to get a little bit of a gap. But out front, it is Gamer Dan, 0.4 of a second ahead of Greg White, who's 1.2 ahead of Gr.x Fury. So it's Dan and Greg that are gapping the field at the moment, and behind them it is as busy as you like at the moment. Gr.x Fury looking to be the cork in the bottle, as it were. That Mazda looking to be a little bit slower than the 2 cars out front, and Mazda Rick just not quite managing to find a way past, and he's got Jack Kobe all over the back of him at the moment, as Jack tries to thread his way through. Jack Kobe up to 5th at the moment. You can see 2 cars out on the grass there. I think that's number one Pops. Like I said, really good to see him racing in the GR3s. The only way you're going to get better is by running these cars. They're not easy. I know, I've struggled myself, and I know how frustrating it can be. Jack Kobe just trying to find a way around the outside of Rick there. Not quite managing to do that. The 2 Ferraris going side by side. Jack Kobe just settles in behind Rick as we go up the hill through the S's, weaving our way through, just picking up those curbs. And Jack Kobe's going to have a look now as we go into the fast left-hander. He's got the inside. Can Rick get a fast exit as Jack Kobe hooks up the curb beautifully to drag that car around? But he gets that move done to promote himself up into 4th place. He's going to go after Jack Fury now, who's only half a second down the road. Oh, Jack Fury all across the grass. That made it super easy for Jacoby, and I think Gr.x is going to get through as well, whilst Drac tries to clean up those tyres. So unfortunately, he's let the two Ferraris through very, very, very easily, although he's fighting back. Oh, couldn't quite do that. He's had to drop in behind Rick, and Rick can now get a wriggle on and try and get after Jacoby, who is a little bit down the road at the moment. Jacoby's opened up a 1.3 second lead over Rick, who's just getting back into the groove now. Can he close that up at all? Jacoby 0.6 off of Gr.x already, and closing the Ferrari very, very quick down the straight, closing all the time on the Suzuki as we battle onto the brakes through the first corner. Jacoby again just trying to hook up the curb on the inside with his wheels to hold that car around. Again, looking for all of the apexes as we go through the S's. He's right on the back of Gr.x. I think could be a little bit of bump drafting going on here whilst Jack cannot find a way through. So he's going to try and push Greg on to see if he can get onto the back of Gamer Dan. Dan's got this all to himself at the moment as Jacoby tries to go up the inside of Gr.x. He's going to get the inside as we go down the hill. Gr.x needs to tuck in behind. He does. And as we go up the hill now, oh, Jacoby on the grass. That's going to let Gr.x back through. A rare error from Jacoby there. So that's undone all of the good work that he did, and he's just handed back a half-second gap to Gr.x. Greg keeping it nice and even, although really twitchy on the exit there under power. Jacoby will have seen that, and Jack getting that gap back down to 0.4 of a second as we're going to come across the grass there, across to the left-hand side through the final corner. We will see what the gaps are as we go across the line. So it is Gamer Dan out front at the moment by 2 seconds. Absolutely loving the Beetle at the moment as he starts lap number 3. Gr.x is going to come across the line with Jacoby alongside him as we go into the first corner. Greg not hooking up the inside. Jacoby once again hooking up the inside of the curb to just drag that car around. That gives him a nice line through here. We're going to go side by side. Jacoby just managing to get his nose in front of Gr.x now. So again, if you can hook up the inside of the curb on those two corners, this one and the previous long, fast left-hander, it can really help you. Gr.x hooking up the apex there nicely, but then he gets onto the grass. Oh, these are fast guys making too many mistakes tonight. What is going on? And all the time, Dan out front is just giggling to himself, thinking, I'll have some of this. But Jacoby's saying, well, you might be giggling, my friend, but I've got you down to 1.5 seconds, and we are only halfway through this race. Gr.x chasing down Gr.x now. Greg with a couple of rare mistakes, but he is in a different car tonight. Not often we see this Suzuki. I think Greg is finding that it's a little bit of a handful through one or two of these corners. Doesn't seem to be soaking up the curbs in the way that I thought it might do. It looks tiny compared to the massive Ferrari behind. It's like David and Goliath, these two. Who is going to come out in front? Is it going to be David or is it going to be Goliath? We shall see. Jack Fury still going well in 5th. Number 1 Pop's going really nicely in 6th, just ahead of Borky, 2.3 seconds behind. And unfortunately, Will's having a mare of a night tonight. He's a little bit off the pace at the moment, and we're just seeing Gr.x having a little look at the inside of Gr.x, trying to find a way through, not quite managing it just yet. We go down towards the fast left-hander, Gr.x with the lights blaring there. Gr.x lets him through. I think that Ferrari looks like it's quicker. Oh, Greg off on the grass again through there. That Suzuki just not wanting to turn. I don't know whether it's in dirty air or whatever, but it just looks like it's on ice through some of these corners. And Greg just really not looking as comfortable as he normally is when he's racing. Very unusual. I was expecting Greg to be right up there with the leaders, and just off the back a little bit. And Drat Fury closing. He's 0.7 behind now. So yeah, very, very, very interesting. Jack Kobe now will join the two out front for the last couple of laps, because I think this is going to be getting very, very, very interesting. We've got Gamer Dan out front by just 0.3 of a second at the moment, and closing. Right, looks like Crasher is also not a registered member, so I think we might have a little bit more admin to do at the moment. Oh, it's all admin tonight. But we are sticking to the guns. We need to get people registered if they want to race with us, and accepting those rules. I've got to be a little bit careful because some of the guys, the TSCRL guys, are racing with me this week, whilst Rita is recovering and she's not hosting. I don't believe we've got any of the TSCRL guys in tonight. Hopefully they're running their own lobby. We shall see. But at the moment we have got a treat as we come around for the second half of the closing stages now of lap number 6 to close this one out. And Jack Kobe all over the back of Gamer Dan. Got a couple of corners. Oh, Jack just getting a look up the inside there. The Ferrari really turning beautifully on that corner. Unfortunately, Gamer Dan having no answer for the Ferrari in the hands of Mr. Kobe. What can Dan do as we go through the final corner? Can he get on the back of Kobe and do anything about staying with him for this final lap? Jack Kobe very, very, very quick in the daily races, constantly in the top flight, very often top 20, very often top 10, and he's showing his class here. But Gamer Dan is also showing his class. He's just 1 second behind Jack Kobe at the moment, so he's holding on for dear life, and he's still there. Going well, Jack Kobe just pulling out a couple of tenths here and there. The Ferrari looking very, very quick, so he's 1.5 ahead of Gamer Dan at the moment, but Dan going really well in second, 3 seconds ahead of Rick, who's in the other Ferrari. He's 3 seconds back and 3.5 seconds ahead of Gr.x. So we've got these guys up front at the moment, and then the real battle on track at the moment is between Drat Fury and Greg. Greg seems to have been really struggling with the Suzuki, and Drat Fury in an unusual car too. Drat Fury normally in the Beetle, and struggling a little bit. Just looking at the tyres on that Suzuki, awful. Not a lot better on the Mazda, and could that be part of it? The Ferrari's looking so much better. The Beetle awful on tyres too. The Ferrari absolutely wonderful on tyres. So I think maybe tyres could have come into this one a little bit. Oh, Drat Fury with a massive slide out of the final corner there, just trying to get the power down to see if he could close up on Gr.x, but couldn't quite do it. Which Jack Kobe came across first, Gamer Dan second, Rasta Rick in third, Gr.x fourth, Drat Fury fifth. Number one pops in a fine sixth. Borky is going to come across in seventh, and he's just waiting, I think, for Wheels to come across the line too. Nice and respectful. Wheels on the grass. Wheels really struggling at the moment, and Wheels just going across ahead of Borky for that one. And Gamer Dan's just saying Jack's not rusty anymore. Okay, right, where are we? Okay, so let me just save this one away. Okay, looks like Arcane's just saying, evening Mitch, Crasher might not be racing. She's here to watch. Yeah, no worries. That's fine. Obviously, we all need to register if she wants to race. At the moment, when we haven't got a full lobby, I don't have too much of a problem with people watching. Obviously, when we do get up to a full lobby, then that would obviously change quite a bit. But Jack Kobe back in the groove, a 1:33.902. What a lap that is. What's that? A good second ahead of everybody else. Gamer Dan giving it his best shot, came in second, just 2.6 behind Jack Kobe in second. Gr.x going well in third with a 5.8 behind. Greg White fighting that Suzuki in fourth. Drat Fury in the Mazda in fifth. Number one Pops with a good sixth. Wills in seventh and Borky in eighth. For your top three, Jack Kobe, Gamer Dan and Gr.x. Right, okay, we are heading off to the next race, which I am going to try and do. This one is a little bit different tonight. So for this particular race, we are going to be at Deep Forest Raceway. We have got 10 laps around here, so it's going to be a longish race, and we are on tyres 8, fuel 4, and we have got racing medium tyres with 1 mandatory stop. So we are going to need to stop in this one. I can't remember which car I'm in, whether I am in the just having a look and seeing. Let me just have a little look and see what BMWs I've got. So I'm racing for BMW. It is the sprint model that we're going to be in, and we are on racing medium tyres. So I'm going to need to go and buy those. I'm just going to get the intermediate. In fact, I'm going to get all the tyres so don't get caught out. So that will be fine. And then we're going to put on the racing mediums, and we'll head out in this one and see what we can do. So as I said, we have got some pretty heavy tyre wear on this, and we've got a few other people that are joining us for this one. Jack Kobe, is this a race you've got coming up? It is the manufacturer's tomorrow, Jack Kobe. We've got to do 20 laps around here. At the moment, I'm just going to get into this one just to see if my health is up to it. It may well not be. So I could be a bit quiet in this one, especially while I'm trying to get to grips with the brake. Let's just let these two guys go through. Oh. Actually, I better let people know when we're going to start the qualifying, hadn't I? Whilst I'm doing this. So I'm going to get the qualifier is going to be at 27. We've still got another race to do after this, which I will be commentating on. So it's going to take me over my curfew, but never mind. Right, let's just dive out on track for a second. Orky just going through in the Porsche. Just got to be careful through there in these GR3s. Let's just see what my brake pedal's like into the hairpin here. This is the bit that's catching me out through here at the moment. It's a little bit better. Ooh. Okay, where are we? Let's have a little look. We are 27, so one way. Right, so we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, me, Zach Vroom, Drap Fury, Barrier, Borky, Rasta, number one. Let's get this one underway. Oh, Dan's just left the room. Is Dan coming back or is he gone? No worries, Dan. Hope you're doing okay, my friend. I'm glad that you've bailed. I'm glad that you've bailed rather than pushing it too much. Look after yourself, my friend. Look after yourself. Right, let's see how we go. Right. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, Drap Fury with a different livery. He's in a crunch livery. Whoa. Dan, yes, there is a mandatory pit stop in this one. following Jack Kobe. So a little dab of brake lights through there, a little dab of brake lights through there, and a little dab through there. Okay. Whoa! Ah, no. How on earth did we drop that? Oh no. I just got in the way of barrier. Sorry, barrier. Wasn't clever. I thought I was last on the track. Ooh. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Good night, number one. It was annoying because I looked at the radar, I didn't see anybody there and thought we were okay. Got a half second now. I'm probably going to do absolutely rubbish in this one tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So Barrier's going to be coming through the pack. We can do a 1:26.9. Wow, that's fast. The best we got on the moment is Wills with a 1:28.1. So it's a second faster, over a second faster. So it will be interesting. Well, you know who's going to be giving way once Barrier gets up behind him? Me, by way of an apology. We've got Wills Racing, Greg White, Zach Room, Drat Fury, Rasta Rick, Borky, me, Jack Kobe, Barrier, and Outlook is not going to be running this one. See how we go. So in the first manufacturers, I got a second around Atlanta. I couldn't do Saturday's race, as always. I've struggled at the weekend, so we didn't do that one. We're going to try and do tomorrow's and see how we go. We'll probably just do one of those at some point in the day when I can find after 3/4 of an hour, basically an hour in my lunchtime. And then whether I can do another one on Saturday, I am not quite sure. We will have to wait and see. That's good. Save that away. And then after this, we've got the Sardegna race, which I will be commentating on. But let's see what we can do with this one. So at the moment, Gr.x is still running, as is Barrier and Jack Kobe. I don't know whether Barrier is going to set a time or whether he is going to start from the back, also Jack Kobe. And can Gr.x improve? It's tight at the front. Wheels Racing is only 0.4 of a second ahead of Greg White. And Zach and Drat Fury are less than a second behind as well. So will be interesting. Barrier and Jack Kobe are going to be starting from the back. So good luck, everybody. It is 10 laps around here. I will remind you that there is a mandatory pit stop that we will need to do. And I might have to kick out Kankoman, who I think is blocking this one. I have to ask him to leave. Oh. He has just left. Okay, that's fine. There we go. We're off. Yeah, for some reason, Jack, he was blocking the room. Don't quite know why. So not a problem if he wants to jump back in again. But I couldn't start the race whilst he was in there. So 20 of you watching, if you could smack the like button for me, I'd be really, 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 really grateful. And for now, I'm going to go a little bit quiet and just see what I can do around here. I'm also trying to manage my back as well. So for the moment, yeah, I'm going to be a bit quiet. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. To be coming out of these in second. Oh. A little bit careful coming out of these in second though, so that I don't spin it. You can see Jack Kobe just getting the back end really loose on acceleration, which is what I'm talking about. He's got better skills than me. Unfortunately, I'm very, very good at spinning it. As I nearly did there. So we've got Greg White out front, Zach Vroom second, Drat Fury third, Jack Kobe fourth. Just losing time to the guys up front at the moment. This will give me an opportunity to study this though. And you know who I'm going to be watching. I'm hoping Jackie's going to put in a blinding lap at some point. And I can study it like crazy for tomorrow. Jack has just pulled a move on Drag Fury. Jacoby up into third. Got Wills 5 seconds behind at the moment. It's up front 3 seconds down the road now. I'm pulling away. Jacoby's going to be pushing to get onto the back of Zach and pulling Drag Fury along with him. No worries, Greg, will do. Forgive me, I'm not looking at the chat too much at the moment. Guys, just trying to keep my concentration level up while I'm streaming. Tomorrow I'll be very, very quiet. But not only am I trying to race here, I'm trying to manage my back as well here. That brake pedal. Zach's just hit the front now. Greg White in second. Jacoby right on his back bumper. Jack Fury not that far behind. They're 2.6 ahead of me. So it's a little group up front. I can't quite catch at the minute. Let's not overdo the braking, Mitchell. Watch the acceleration as well. We are in a GR3 car, not a GR4. Stay on the wall. Really close up the front, look. The gap is going to be going out to 3 seconds or more. Well, we've got a few guys in the pits. Zach is the only one that's gone around. I think the other guys are trying for the undercut. Zach in as well. Okay. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Barry R's hit the lead. Jack Kobe second, Greg White third. Oh, it's all jumping around at the moment. Let's see what it's like when we come out. Oh, so going to need to get up to temperature. Wheels right on my back bumper at the moment. Get round, get round. He with a much better run out of there than me. So Barry R out front. Jack Kobe second, Greg White in third. Wheels really quick in that Audi. Don't quite know what the slipstream is going to be like tomorrow. Let's just be careful of the dirty air through here. Wheels. Oh no, he's gone around. Oh, he needed wheels to help me to get onto the back of Greg. Greg's 4 seconds down the road, and I was just hoping that Wheels and I could have worked together. Too late into that one. Greg's just 2.8 ahead. Tell you what, these 10 laps just seems to have disappeared. Got very, very, very quickly indeed. One and a half minute laps. Should equate to a half-hour race, I think, tomorrow. Must remember, but any of you that are going to watch me tomorrow, assuming I get to live stream this, say paracetamol to me, and I'll need to make sure I do have a paracetamol before a race. That will then see me through. I'm wondering if Greg is sandbagging. He's 2 seconds ahead. I'd love to know if he is. Hopefully he isn't. I've got a funny feeling he will be. Just managed to catch that on a gear change. Thought that was going around then. Slip on, Greg, but don't get transfixed on the car in front. Race your own lines, Mitchell. Greg with a slightly better run, I think. He's going to come across the line, but 6th in this calibre of racers is not bad. We've got Jack Kobe out front, Barrier 2nd, Zach Vroom 3rd, Drat Fury 4th, Greg White in 5th. I got 6th, Wheels in 7th, Borky 8th, and Rasta in 9th. At the moment, where are we? Some 11 seconds off Jack Kobe, but thankfully, and a massive thank you to everybody that has raced that one for me, I will have a good reference lap to have a look at now and just have a look and see what I can do better. So I shall be studying that a little bit overnight and tomorrow morning. So we'll just share this one, and that will be the race tomorrow. It is going to be double that distance. The big question is, will I be able to stay the distance and cope with everything? We'll see how we go. Barry saying 1 set of tyres, pit lap 1. Good night, Dowie. Good night. Obviously that's only half distance, so it's going to be double the distance. So I don't think that pitting on lap 1 is going to work because my tyres were going quite quickly. I'm hoping that it's going to be a 50-50 race. I'm suspecting people are going to come in halfway through on that one tomorrow. We will see. Jack Kobe was... Did I save the replay? Yes, I did. I did. My brain is all over the place. Part of this swelling in my brain does make me forget things a lot. So Jack Kobe in first with a 1:27.363 and a fastest lap. So again, we can get in there and we can have a look and see that time there. Barrier with a 1:28.368 in second. Both those two guys coming through from the back. So two really good racers to have a look at. Zach Vroom going very well in third with a 1:27.967. Drat Fury in fourth. Greg White fifth. I got sixth. Wheels in seventh. Borky in eighth. And Rasta in ninth. The top three for that one: Jack, Barrier, and Zach Vroom. And like I said, thank you guys for giving me a lap that I can study. Barrier says double the distance, it'll never work. Exactly. I'm thinking that it is going to be a case of pitting probably midway through the race, but who knows? What I may well do is while I'm working, I might just put the first race on YouTube, just see who's streaming it and just have a little look and see what the top guys are doing, and we'll see how we go. Right, okay, I am going to be spectating this one. What I will have to do first of all is just let everybody know that the I'm a little bit over on my time here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this to practice and race. So forgive me guys, those of you that have just gone out. So this is going to be the race is going to be starting very soon. Basically on the hour. We'll get this one going. So 3 minutes and we will get this one going. Jack Kobe's off now. Nice to see you back racing. Thank you, Jack Kobe. I'm trying to get back into it, but it is a slow progress at the moment. I've got some very, very strict orders on what I can and I cannot do. And for the moment, I'm just taking it very, very easy. So we've got Wills, Zach Vroom, Drap Fury, Barrier, Borky, Rasterik are going to be the... see if we can get Crasher in for a race. Oh, excuse me for a second. Let's just give Crasher a moment. I suspect the Crasher won't. I think Crasher's in to support Barrier. I'd love to see a racing, but we'll see how we go. So we've got Wheels Racing, Zach Vroom, Drap Fury, Barrier, Borky, Rasta. I am going to be spectating this one. And looks like it is just going to be those runners for the moment. So I'm just waiting a moment to see if Crasher will jump in. No, they're not going to. That's a shame. Ah, we were hoping. We were hoping. Right, okay, so we're going to go straight into this one. The game. Right, let's get going. So, let's put the spectate on. Let's put some replay options on. I will be commentating on this one. And we are going to be... Wheels Racing is going to be leading us away. Zach Vroom in second. Drap Fury third. Barrier is in fourth. Borky fifth. And Rasta sixth. Oh no, Wheels is having a nightmare tonight. Was that a false start? We will find out in a moment if... I think he might have got away with that. There was like a... He moved, backed off, and then... Yeah, not quite sure. Don't see a penalty at the moment, so I think he may well have got away with that. Drap Fury just with a wheel in the gravel there. That's going to demote him down to 5th place, but it is Wills is out front. Must have anticipated the lights beautifully there. Really, really anticipated those well. And Zach Vroom in second. Our Wills on the grass and possibly into the wall there. I think that's going to give Zach a nice run as we go into the left-hander, but Wills just managing to keep his nose in front. But Zach is saying, I'm not having any of this. We're going to go side by side up the hill. And Wills just having to forfeit that place and drop into second. But he's right on the back of Zach as we go up the hill. It's the Honda versus the Lamborghini, I think. Zach Vroom got the inside. But Wills is going to have the inside. Oh no, he does tuck in behind. Really close up front, and it is close behind. We've got 4 cars all together just behind. Look at this. Drap Fury just ahead of Barrier with Rasterik tight behind. And then Borky on the back of this little group. Very, very, very tight. Everybody's still very, very much together in this one. Borky having a little look up the inside of Rasterik, and he gets that one done, but he's now on the dirt. Rasterik possibly with a better drive out of the corner, and we're going to carry that speed all the way down here. So can Borky just keep that in front? Rasterik looking like he has got the better run. That Ferrari is jolly quick down these long straights, and Borky having to tuck in behind. So Borky doing all of the work, but unfortunately just losing out a little bit there as we went down the hill. But I'll tell you what, who's not losing out, and that is Drap Fury, who is right on the back of the leading 2. The leading 2 just 0.14, 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second between Wills and Zach Vroom. It's just ebbing and flowing a little bit at the moment, and Drap Fury is right there as well with Barrier right on the back too. So at the moment this really is anybody's race. A wall tap, a wheel on the gravel, and it's all going to change. And of course, don't forget that you have got that awful corner at the top of the hill here, where people very often find themselves in the barrier. So they are going to have to be very minded of that one. Oh, Zach Vroom on the grass there was looking like he was going to try for the outside on Wills. Couldn't quite get that pulled off, and that's put Drat Fury right on the back bumper of Wills. Barrier just a little bit further off, but absolutely nothing between Zach and Barrier as Zach is trying to find his way through. I mentioned about that barrier. Oh, Barrier getting caught up on the barrier. Oh no, that is the corner that I was mentioning, where it does reel you in and it can absolutely destroy races, and we've just seen that in action there just as we were on board with Barrier. So commentators curse. He'll be cursing me for being on board with him at that moment. Going down into the first corner, it's Wills Racing taking the inside line with Drat Fury taking a look around the outside. Wills covers him off. Drat Fury just tucking in very nicely behind. The back of those cars just squirming a little bit under power, and Zach Vroom managing to close up. Hurricane is looking really nicely planted around here, and some beautiful lines from Zach at the moment. Wills Racing defending from Drat Fury. I think that is enabling Zach to close up to make this very much a 3-car race for the lead. Nothing between these guys. A little bit of telltale smoke there, as I think Drat Fury just giving Wills a bit of a bump draft, saying, come on, we've got to get on. I've got a very fast Lamborghini on my back bumper here. And I think that Zach, working with Drat Fury, is going to get second. Drat Fury first, with Wills just off the back, but Wills is not having any of it. He wants to get back into this as well. Zach Vroom now in the lead. It's that the places are switching all the time because there's just nothing between these guys. They are side by side through a lot of the corners, and Wills is just waiting there to pick up any of the pieces. Oh, Drat Fury really badly on the grass there. That's going to demote him down to third, and Wills picking up that, just as I was saying, he was sitting there to pick up any mistake. Drat Fury got really loose on the gravel, on the grass, on the curb, and Wills capitalised. So Wills hits the front. Wills Racing just 0.15 ahead of Zach Vroom as they practically push each other down the start-finish straight to start lap number 4. They're going to be burying the brake pedal around about the 100-metre mark. Zach and Drat Fury using the blue line there, which is often that I use just for the braking there, and Zach managing just to get his Lamborghini ahead of the Honda. It's really hard to call this one. The places are changing all the time with these three. Unfortunately, I'm not really watching much of what's going on behind, because all of the action is with these top 3 runners fighting for podium places. They're obviously all fighting for the top step, and at the moment it is Zach that has managed just to gap the two behind by half a second, as Wills and Drat Fury go side by side battling together. That is handing it a little bit to Zach. I do wonder whether Wills and Drat Fury are going to work together to stay with Zach Vroom. I think that fighting amongst themselves could potentially give a win to the leading car if he can get away. But it really depends on how these guys are going to work together, or whether they're just absolutely going to go for it. And then, of course, how clean and tidy can people keep this? Are they going to be hitting all of their brake zones? Are they going to be able to keep it off the gravel, out the grass, out the barrier? Oh, as Borky goes around in the background there, I think that was a spin, or potentially looking at the barrier. I don't know if he's kept that going. He is still showing in 5th place at the moment, but Borky with a big old moment at the back. I don't know how. I think he's managed to keep that together, as Wills goes for the tighter line, gets up the inside of Drat Fury, unless he was there already, but Drat Fury saying, I'm coming back through. And if he didn't already, he's just retaken 2nd place. So it is Zach Vroom by half a second, and Drat Fury just about 1 second ahead of Wills for the moment. So we're starting to see a little bit of a gap forming at the front here on lap number 5. No worries about tyres and fuel in this. It is a straightforward sprint. The weather is getting a bit groggy, I have to say. It's looking a little bit muggy out there, but we shouldn't get any rain or anything to spoil this. And we can see Rasta Rick in 4th is charging down. He's saying, I'd like to have some of this action up front. And at the moment, it is steady as we go. Half a second. It's ebbing and flowing a little bit, but basically about half a second between these 3 runners at the moment. Things have settled down. It was very, very close for the longest time. But at the moment, Zach seems to have got the measure of the 2 behind. He's racing really, really smoothly. As I say that, Drag Fury closes up massively into that corner, and Will's all over the grass. I thought he was going to be in the barrier there, but he's managed to keep it out. But as I say that, Drac just drops back ever so slightly from the Lamborghini, so that we are now 0.9 and 0.6 respectively between these 3 guys. But again, I do think that this could be anybody's race with 2 laps to go. All of them using the Blue Astro now into that first corner to open it up as much as you can to get the power on through this lovely little twisty section. We'll then be looking for the 50-meter board into here, hard on the brakes, getting it turned in, looking for the apex. Drag Fury just going a little bit deep into that one, but he's all good. Oh, kicking up the dirt again, Drag Fury on the exit there. Nothing from Zach Vroom. He's looking really, really, really neat and tidy in this one. Drag, he's really pushing it. But with 1 second advantage, Zach can put in qualifying laps here and bring this home, whereas the 2 guys behind have got to push it that little bit more. So I think if Zach can keep perfect laps like he's doing at the moment, he should be able to bring this home. But he has got Drag Fury in his mirrors, and Drag is really, really pushing hard. He's leveraging all of the Twix mobile, and I think that Wills, well, he's no longer got his Warburton's bread out. He's pushing hard. And oh no, he's not Warburton's. I think that's is that a Yamigawa? I don't know. I can't see the livery. We're going to have to jump on board with. It is. It's a Yamigawa. Where did I get Warburton's from? Haven't got a clue. Well, hopefully, Wills Racing hasn't been on the Yamigawa, because he needs a clear head for this one. Because at the moment, the times are completely even as we go across the start-finishing line for the start of the final lap. They're all taking the same line now into the first corner. Drac going a little bit deep, and Wills getting it big sideways slides as he's trying to get under the power and close the gap to Drag Fury. He does close ever so slightly. He's got it down to 0.4, and Zach Vroom still just a 1 second gap to Drag Fury. I'm wondering whether Zach is monitoring this one and just managing the gap. It's ebbing and flowing, 0.7 and then back out to 1. So Drag Fury closing up on the braking, but Zach Vroom is getting nicely onto the power and just keeping the guys behind at bay. Drag Fury, now I'm getting the 2 cars muddled up here. It's so close, I'm merging the names. Drag Fury with Wills all over the back of him now. Wills looking for a move up the inside. He has got the inside. Can he get this one done? Oh, I need to be a bit careful. Oh, Drag Fury just onto the grass there. Wills just running him out a little bit wide through that corner. Was a little bit unfortunate as the 2 of them went through there. Wills continuing to race at the moment. He's trying to chase down Zach Vroom, who is out in first at the moment. But yeah, the side by side. Drag Fury just getting hang out to dry a little bit there. I wonder whether there might be a little bit of a steward's inquiry on that one. We would need to have a look and see if room was left. But at the moment, it is Zach Vroom out front by 2.6 seconds. Wills is going to come across 1.5 ahead of Drag Fury. And that was an absolute cracker of a race out front. Zach Vroom just managing to gap the cars behind and then managing to just maintain that. So 2.633 ahead of Wills, 1.576 ahead of Drag Fury. And well, that was incredible. Farronell saying, damn it, Drac, you make me want a Twix. That was absolutely banging up front. Those three guys on it, really, really, really going well. And Arcane's just saying, I'll be checking that replay. Barrier down in fourth. Thought the Barrier would have been up the front with the three, but he did catch the Barrier. Was there an incident to review? Who knows? If there was, they will send that through to me via the Discord. We haven't had a stewards inquiry in the longest time, so maybe tomorrow morning I might wake up to one. Who knows? But provisionally, at the moment, the standings we will have a look at the moment. So I'm just sharing this replay just in case anybody does need to snip any incidents and report those. We all know the rules. If you do run somebody off, you need to give the place back by way of an apology at the next opportunity. But at the moment, good night, Borky. Thank you for racing with us, my friend. Zach Vroom in first place with a 142.490. Wheels Racing in second with a 142.323. Drat Fury did claim the fastest lap, a 142.308. So really tight there at the very top. The top three all in the 142s, a low 142s at that. Rasta Rick joining us tonight for a freebie in fourth. Hopefully Rasta Rick will consider joining PSR and racing with us again. Been racing really, really nicely tonight. And Barrier in fifth and Borky in sixth. Those are your runners. Rasta, thank you for tonight. And let me just go into here. I'm just going to say thank you, everybody, for tonight. But I am done now. And I will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow will be an interesting one. What will we be doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm hoping to do, as I drop my controller on the floor, tomorrow, I'm hoping to be doing the manufacturers race. Let's just have a little quick look and see what that is all about. We did do a little bit of a run this evening. I got on okay. And what I will do is just take a couple of paracetamol and see if that will get me through the race. Half-hour race tomorrow. Don't know quite how good my time will be. It will be more for experience. And then I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening for another round of lobby racing, as usual. But for tomorrow, let's have a quick look at what we're doing. So it's a Manufacturers' Cup tomorrow, 21st of January. And we are going to be at Deep Forest Raceway, the GR3s, and can't actually see the details. If I do free practice, then hopefully we'll be able to see the, can we see the race details? Race details, there we go. So we're going to be mid-speed BOP. I'm going to be running in the BMW, probably go with the endurance model tomorrow, assuming that I can. And we have got qualifying time of 7 minutes, so not a lot of time. And the tyre wear is going to be set to 4 times for the for that qualifier. So basically get out there and just try and look after those tyres. And then we're going to be into, let me just put this on the bigger screen. And then we're going to be 20 lap race. The fuel consumption is 2 times. The tyre wear is 4 times. I did 4 and 8 today, so I did double it up. So hopefully we'll be able to go to mid-distance on the tyres, and I think the fuel should be fine, but we'll keep an eye on that anyway. And there will be a minimum 1 stop. But look at the refueling speed, it's 7 litres per second, which I think is quite low. And so just bear that one in mind. And the slipstream strength is real, so it isn't custom. We'll see how we go. But I'm hoping to do this one tomorrow. Racing medium tyres, Group 3 cars. Hoping to do that tomorrow, and hopefully I will be able to get through it. At the moment, I haven't done a lap time, we'll see how we go. With regards to the points ranking, at the moment I am second in my region and second in Northamptonshire, 266 for BMW and nearly 3,000th in the world. But you'll notice there that I didn't do round 2. I didn't race on Saturday. So if I do the local rankings, then you're going to see that I Ain't No Nice Guy 21 is leading, but he did do the first and the second round. And I'm just ahead of Chappers, who did do the 2 rounds only by 2 points. So ideally, I do need to do this round. And then whether I'll be able to do the other 2 Saturdays, who knows, but we will see. Barry Arcane just saying no inquiry needed. So that is good. And Drat Fury, me and Wills were on voice, so no worries there. That's brilliant news. So thankfully, no stewards inquiries or anything. Right, so don't know when I'm going to be running that tomorrow. It literally be whenever I can do it. So if you do want to follow me, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, and I will be jumping into that as and when. For now, thank you ever so much to everybody that has raced with me this evening. Thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed and followed along with the chat this evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Have yourselves a really good morning, evening, night, day, afternoon, whatever you're doing. Have a great one, and I'll see you again tomorrow for more of the same. And I think I did say that number 1 Pops was going to be going GR4s. Maybe you might throw some other cars in as well, and some tracks. Sometimes I'll ask somebody to throw some out. Hopefully he'll come out with them. We'll see what he comes up with. See you tomorrow. Bye.